Hey everyone, this is Shawn Bradford with Breathe and Work. Welcome to 31 Days of Mindfulness for our March Mindful Challenge. Now today is day 13, and this week we are working with the mindfulness of habits. What habits are you ready to change, to bring in, or to release? So yesterday I asked you to pick one habit that you are ready to change. And today I want to explain how the brain works when it comes to mindfulness and habits. So you're probably wondering what this is behind me. This is a great activity that's from a workbook called Mindfulness Skills for Practitioners. I'll put a link to it so you can see the workbook. It's amazing. And this really explains how our brain works with habits. So let me get into the little activity and then we'll talk about it. So let's say these are houses up here. This is a big green field of grass. And the grass is pretty big, let's say. Let's say the grass is at least a foot high. This is our school. Now, let's say that each day, moms, dads are walking their kids to school. They take the same path each and every day. So what's going to happen maybe towards the middle of the school year is all of this grass is going to be worn down, and this is the easy path to take. So a lot of scientists and researchers that study the brain will say that neurons that wire together fire together. So this is, again, in the brain, the easy pathway, the habitual pathway to take. So think of something like getting up and brushing your teeth. That is something that you have wired your brain to do without thinking because you have done it over and over and over again for years. So here's what happens. This is the easy way to get to school, right? The grass is now dead in this area. It's an easy pathway. Now let's say one day a child says, I want to take a new way. This way's, I don't want to do it anymore for whatever reason. This is like your habit. This is the easy way to go. We don't have to think about it anymore. But now, the first few days that we want to take a new path, now this grass is 2 feet high, we've got to trudge through it, right? So we've got to trudge through it. It's going to take us longer, but it's kind of exciting, right? It's really exciting to go this way. So let's say the first couple of days, it's really exciting. We get to kind of walk through this jungle of grass. It's really exciting. That's what it's like with a new habit. The first few days you're excited, you're motivated, it's something new. But then after maybe 3 or 4 days, the brain goes, yeah, but this way's easier. It's so much easier. Let's just keep going this way. However, if you just really stick with those days that are a little challenging and give it maybe another 2 to 3 weeks, guess what starts to happen? Let me find my green piece of chalk. Is this way becomes the new well-worn path or the new habit in the mind. And over here, the grass starts to grow over time. So now it's summertime, right? All this grass is grown back because we're not taking this route anymore. All this grass is grown back, back, back. Same with your brain. That's not the pathway anymore. That's the easiest. But now this is the new habitual pathway because we've stuck with it. And so this is exactly how your brain works. Our brain, scientists have discovered, is actually plastic. We can change it. We can make new mindful connections. You can see me getting so excited because this stuff is exciting. So if we can stick with that hard time of after that initial excitement for the first couple of days wears off and just stick with this new habit pattern, the old way will eventually get covered up, or those neurons will stop firing together and they're going to fire together over here. So if you just really stick with that new habit for a couple of weeks and then a couple of months, it's going to be like, wow, that's my new habitual way of doing something. So now my new way is to just sit down and focus on one task until it's completed, and then I go to the next task. My habitual pattern of flipping between projects is now gone because my brain has wired a new mindful connection. So I hope that explains it for you. I hope it makes sense. And tune in because this whole week we will keep talking about how to really make new habits, how to get rid of old habits, and how to just stick with it. So tomorrow I have another fun exercise for you. Please leave your comments below. Let me know the habit that you're working on releasing. And we'll also talk about substituting with a new habit to kind of trick the brain into doing maybe that same sort of thing. So more on that tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon to talk more about mindfulness for the rest of March. Thank you.